Well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
They start to drive with White. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. You look at this Eagle defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now it's Wilson. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On 3rd down, a run from White. Fighting through it, he's got space. He's still on his feet. He's on his way. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad White, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. And oh, it's blocked. And the Eagles have got it. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. So after all that, it's just your everyday 6-2 ball game.
And let's think about how important that can turn out to be, because remember, it's not just a 2-point swing. It's a 3-point swing. I'm just wondering, you think they can load the bases and hit a home run and tie it up?
Well, I was going to ask you, I can't remember the last time that I've seen a 6-2 score in football.
Me either. I've been racking my brain on that one. 6-2? Not often.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This short throw caught by Goddard. Fighting through it. He's got space. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 34 yards to gain that time, another 1st down.
34 yards. 1st down, Eagles.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Here's Swift. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Dillon is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
You look at this Eagle defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
And this defense not giving them anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Here's Berrios. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now 2nd and 9. Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Throwing is Hurts. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now Wilson on first down. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to move back in front.
Matthew Wright for the extra point.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Hurts sets up to throw it. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to the running game with Swift. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
63.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
They go play action with Hurts. This is Smith with the ground. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. Hurts completing this one quickly. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Play action. Here's Hurts sliding out of the pocket. And it'll be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Bucs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 105 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Wilson to throw. He's got his man. It's White. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
He's got Otten. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Wilson. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Russell Wilson with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Buccaneers are able to add on to that lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early in the elements. You're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. The defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. He'll get this off to Swift. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. Swift going to try up the middle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. And that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Buying time to his left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Second and 10. He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Robbie Chosen. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half. Now White lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
A second down pass play there. It's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't have a squander in the third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. If they got you the football, gave you a great opportunity, you got to cash in and get some points.
Now Hurts going to move them around. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. On first down, Hurts. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Second down and 3. They run out of the gun with Swift. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave it where they throw it about 3 to go. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter state.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. To throw is Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Final play of the half, it's Wilson. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to get... And he lost the football.
Wow, that ball is not free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They go with a former Seahawk. Here's Rashad Penny. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Look at.
A quick throw, but incomplete. That was a lightning-fast incompletion. He got it, he threw it, and it fell to the ground.
What's that expression, life comes at you fast? In this case, the defenders came even faster. Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the draw, here's White. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Here's 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
63.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Burt sets up to throw it. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
For being corralled. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. First down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Maybe the threat of Russell Wilson running the football there and him handing it off opened a little bit of a lane.
It does, and what also helps, his unselfishness. Because he's not a quarterback who's going to take it every time and pull it from the running back and keep it. He will hand it inside when the reads are correct.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A quick throw caught by Evans out wide. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. Going with White here, toss left. And he's got room. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 135 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White, trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's 3rd and 6. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. They keep it on the ground. White again. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Steps away to his left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. Hurts fumbles it. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds. Saved him from a turnover.
They go play action with Hurts. It's caught. Smith. And he's taken down inside the 30. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A gain of 15. First down, Eagles.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
A gain of 14.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game. Defensively, they bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. Swift looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Hurts scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. Elliott good with a PAT as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and
and deed means action.
Exactly.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown the last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 55 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. To the left side and taken in by Chosen. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Second down, here's Hurts. Got him in, it's Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Looking for A.J. Brown again. Oh, no, he lost the football. And he is in for the score. So how about this? A horrible mistake leads to a defensive touchdown, and a 2-point conversion will tie it. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. And he's going to get into the end zone. The two-point conversion successful, and we've got ourselves a tie football game. Now this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. This is 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Wilson. Completes to Zacchaeus. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Wilson to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. Here's Wilson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pass complete. Goddard. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Here's 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard. Complete. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
On 1st down, Hurts. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Here comes second down. Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And you certainly have to applaud the effort here. They're not settling for overtime. They're trying to get in position to win it with a late field goal. That takes some guts, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
Third down, here comes Swift. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. First throw in overtime now for Wilson. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Hey, alert.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Cotton brings it in over the middle. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
14.
Wilson will throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said,